Are you ready for this? Hey guys, welcome back. This is a kind of a video response to something that Chloe Morello did the other day on her channel. This is all about fake shit on Instagram. If you haven't seen Chloe's video, then I will link it for you down below. It's so worth checking it out. And how appropriate that my fake eyelash is just, you know, doing its own thing and not really caring about the rest of the world. Okay, so the general gist of Chloe's video was basically this. She's noticed over the last so many months that quite a few influencers are suddenly rising through the ranks, and they're getting sent loads of free PR, they're getting sent to events, they're getting sent overseas, they're getting sent on holidays. Brands are doing this because they think that these influencers have, you know, high numbers, they have loads of followers. But these Instagrammers are actually buying their followers. They're buying their comments. I want to talk about this from a few different perspectives, and then I want to check out Socialblade and look for a few different Australian influencers. I want to see how they go. I don't just think that it's the fake influencers' fault, to be honest. The more that I thought about this, the more that I realized there's multiple people at fault here. So I want to talk about that. In Chloe's video, she basically says straight up that these Instagrammers, these fake Instagrammers, are frauds. They're committing a crime. This is illegal to do this, right? And I agree with Chloe. I do think that it is fraudulent. You know, on Instagram these days, if you work with a product or a brand or whatever, it doesn't matter what you do. If you're working with someone else, you have to put like hashtag spon or hashtag sponsored or something to indicate that it is sponsored content or that something was gifted. You have to do that. That's law. So if your followers aren't real and you're telling, you know, you're telling the world and you're telling brands that they are, you're lying. It's illegal and it is a crime. But let me jump to the defense. Let me jump to the defense. If I was sitting on, you know, fake Instagram council and I have to defend this person, this is kind of what I would say. Brands are actually partially to fault because they're not being vigilant. In a way, it kind of looks like they're not even caring enough, and that they are more than willing to just throw money at people. They will just make it rain, no problem. Like they don't even care who they're throwing money at. That's a problem. I can guarantee you, if any brand took 5 minutes, okay, 5 minutes to check on an Instagrammer's, not just their numbers, but go through a number of their recent posts, look at their likes, but also compare that to how many people are engaging, and hop on something like Socialblade to see, do they have a gradual, normal sort of organic reach going over for a number of months or even years, or is it like that? 5 minutes. It would save brands thousands of dollars. You cannot these days just look at numbers and assume that somebody is real. It doesn't work that way anymore. If you guys are on Instagram, then you probably already know this. It is very difficult to get recognized these days. It's very difficult to get your images in feeds. Even if somebody has followed you, they're not necessarily going to get your content. Pretty much every single group or whatever that I'm a part of that talks about this issue says how it has negatively affected them and they really wish it would switch back. So, because people are not getting recognized, because Instagram has changed its algorithm, I think that they are also at fault here. People aren't getting recognized. So what do? They freak out, they stress out, they want to be recognized, they want people to see them, they want brands to see them. So what do? They want to make it seem like they're out there and that they're doing great things and that people are interested, when really they're not, partially because nobody can see their content. So I honestly don't see this problem going away unless the platform takes a stand, changes its algorithm, and does something about this themselves. Legitimate influencers know that this is a problem. They know it's a problem. But what are you doing about it? Not very much. Not very much is the short answer, really. Having an influencer, like a legit OG influencer like Chloe, make a video like this is awesome. It definitely shone a light on this issue, and I've seen her video be shared around on other news sources around Australia, and it's probably gone all around the world as well. And that's what needs to happen more often. More influencers need to speak up. More influencers need to also hold up other people within their community who they support and they think are fantastic, you know, talk about them, collab with them, share their stuff. If you are an OG influencer and you have a really great relationship with certain brands, why don't you talk to those brands and say, hey, look, I know that this is a bit of a problem and I just wanted to give you a heads up and say, here are some other people that I think would be worth working with. This is the work that they're doing, and I just wanted to recommend them to you. Maybe I'm pushing it, I don't know. Maybe that's just too much, but it's an idea, right? I'm now gonna hop onto Socialblade. I wanna check out a few different Australian Instagrammers, and I am gonna keep it Australian because Chloe was talking about Aussies in particular. Let's see if I can actually put my glasses on with my fake eyelashes on. Probably not. Let's have a go. I'm not gonna show people's names, right? But if you just search for whoever you want on here, you'll find out. All right, so I'm gonna search for me first, and I can show you mine. There you go. That's basically how many people that I have been losing and gaining. And it hasn't been very much because I have not been working on my Instagram at all, as you can see. This is another Aussie influencer here, and so she has pretty normal growth. I think that's really good growth. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's a big jump actually. Suddenly over a couple of days, she's gained 10,000 followers. It does happen, but that's a little bit suspicious. Okay, here's another influencer, and that all kind of looks pretty normal to me. Whoa, they've got some craziness going on with their graph though. What the heck is going on here? Okay, maybe they were like me and they didn't make much content for a little while. That's totally possible. Something's going on there. And that's really recent too. That's a little bit weird for somebody to be like suddenly, whoa, yeah, amazing, and then take a dip just, you know, a couple of months later. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, so what I've done, I have gone to a talent agency that's online, and I'm gonna go through a few of these pics that they've got on their site and just see, do they stack up, guys? Do they stack up? Okay, so this particular whoa, okay. Their graph is looking a little bit strange. It's like they're gaining and then they lose it a few days later. Then they gain and they keep losing, and they gain and they lose. Don't know what that's about. That's a weird thing to have happen, that they've got a sudden drop there. And then they've got a spike. And then they've got like this other quick growth through here. And then nothing's happening. That's a bit strange to me. That looks a little bit suspect. All right, that looks a little bit more healthy. I think that looks a little bit more healthy. Let's see. Oh, that doesn't look very healthy. So she's kind of having these dips, and then she had a big dip and then sudden growth. Maybe she came back online. That's totally possible. Then it kept on declining. Maybe she went offline for a while, and then suddenly boom, and then suddenly boom. That's a bit suspect. This is an Instagrammer who has a huge following, and she's got pretty healthy growth, except this is a bit weird. Why would she suddenly have a few hundred subscribing and then, And then she loses a bunch. Oh, that's a little bit strange. And, so this part of her graph is a little bit weird. Maybe she was kind of offline. Maybe Instagram did a little purge or something. But for the most of it, she's actually had pretty normal growth. Look at that. That's pretty organic, I think. Next. Oh dear. Oh dear. And that is not a good sign. I think somebody bought some followers. Look at that. Okay, so they went from 134k suddenly up to almost 150k. Now she's got this steady decline, which shows that something, look, she did something happened, and now she's declining, and she's continuing to decline because people aren't actually engaging with her content. That's a problem. And brands would be throwing money at this person, I can guarantee you. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful, but don't think she's legit. This one here, that seems pretty healthy. I don't think that's too bad, really. Yeah, look at her graph. So it's pretty even. There's no major bumps in the road there. So yeah, she's very, very, very slowly. I think if she engaged more, maybe she would be gaining more. That's interesting, but I think that looks pretty organic. Let's do one more. Hopefully they will pull through. Okay, so this person is huge. Legit huge. Bigger than Chloe. Uh-oh. She's losing quite a few followers, even a few hundred a day. But her graph, that looks pretty steady. Maybe she's waiting for summer and she can post some bikini shots or something. I don't know. That actually looks pretty legit to me, but that's a little bit not so great. So hopefully she can pick it up soon. I think that it would be so worth your while to check out some of your favorite influencers and just see if they are legit. If they're not, I don't know what you want to do. I don't think that these people they're not necessarily terrible people, but they're gaming the system. They're doing the wrong thing and it's affecting everybody. Money is basically just being flushed down the drain because brands are working with these people, and that's a very big problem. And guys, I will catch you all in my next video. I hope you have a really great day. Please feel free to subscribe to my actually legitimate socials if you want to, and I'll talk to you all later. Mwah. Bye.